I've been hinting at this all along whenever I ask you guys questions like, well, shouldn't we have lost half the people when we're flipping coins? Flip till you get heads. Shouldn't we lose half each time? You're like, well, yeah. And I go, why? You say because flipping a coin is 50-50. So you already have an intuitive notion of what it means. That quiz you did a few weeks ago, if you did it, use the random integer to roll a die and then plot your result. Remember that beautiful plot you guys got on? If you did that quiz, it looked like that because you were losing a sixth of your dice each time because you rolled a bunch of dice and a sixth of them are going to go away because a sixth of them are going to be whatever number you were looking at. I've been bastardly sneaking them in on you while you weren't looking. So I'm going to switch the gears a little bit and stay with probability, I think. Yes. Well, you can't see that. There was an old game. Actually, it's back now, I guess.
Back.
It's back, hosted by Wayne Brady.
Yes.
Wayne Brady's now hosting it. It's so awesome.
Oh, God.
Let's Make a Deal was originally hosted by Monty Hall. Monty Hall, he was a genius. He understood mathematics, which was awesome. He also, more important than that, he also understood human nature. That's what made this game brilliant. He understood how people think. And I think a lot of that was just training and understanding the game, understanding your audience. So the basic premise, what was the basic premise? Who remembers? Or who's watched the game recently? What's the basic premise of the game? Go ahead, Deb.
Well, out of 3 choices, you have to pick the one that's the biggest, well, worth the most.
Exactly. It's you think. You have to guess, right? Good.
Yeah.
So let's suppose the doors are all closed in the beginning, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know, does Wayne give money out all the time when he has the show? Does he have like a pocket full of money?
He gives them money and then he makes them choose if they want to keep the money or do
Good.
Yeah.
We're going to take that element out of it because that's a psychological measure I don't know how to do. And obviously his producers are telling him to do it. And that's a little bit based on what they think people are going to do. So I'm going to remove that and focus only on where the prize is behind. It says, Brooke, you were going to say something. Go ahead.
Oh, the psychological part, it's persuasion.
Oh, totally. And I don't want persuasion to get in the way of the mathematics. It's kind of like why I don't analyze bookie bets in a class like this, because I don't understand how to weight like when a team is better. If 2 teams are matched up, if you guys tried the odds, the bookie odds, when you guys did the extra credit back here, I'm assuming some of you did it, the idea with that was the teams are evenly matched. I don't know how to measure any difference or perceived difference in that, so I stay away from that. I stick with just the pure mathematics. Go ahead, Chelsea.
I just have a quick question.
Yeah, please.
Well, on the show they make you dress up silly. Could that make it be like his random, like, could we look at randomness of how he chooses people?
It's probably not random, is it? He's hitting people that are dressed like dice or cows or whatever else. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm glad he still does that actually. That's part of the fun of the game. It's just like if you've watched a related game, we can also analyze this one on your last exam. What's the one? Deal or No Deal. Have you watched that one? Yeah. I sometimes in the past I've actually analyzed that game in 105. It's similar, but I know they don't pick those people randomly from the audience. They pick people that are going to be fun performers. Because they say dumb things like, keep going, you've come this far, and I'm at home screaming, stop! Take the freaking deal. We actually analyzed a couple terms ago when you should stop. When you should stop. And we never came up with a formal decision, but we decided somewhere between the 4th and 5th pools on average. Somewhere between the 4th and 5th. Like, so you have to pick your first few suitcases. You wait to see what happens, you watch, and on average, the banker tends to go up and then back down in his offer. His offer. Whatever the computer generation they're using to make those numbers up, which is, I haven't solved yet.
They have an arcade game at Lava Lanes that's Deal or No Deal.
And what's interesting about it, you can play it online. You can play it online, just Google Deal or No Deal game, online game, and you can play it for free all you want. We actually are playing it in 105 and tracking our results. And what's cool about it is, and what's frustrating about it is, it's not pure math. They've definitely got a psychological slant in what they pay out or what they offer. And that's the part that frustrates a math guy because I want to know exactly what that joker with the phone is doing up there. Which is nothing, obviously. He's just sitting up there, probably drunk. Yeah, Trey, go ahead.
I think your odds are basically the exact same as like what your meteorologists use. They use all the statistical data of history. The only thing you can't do is you can't count on human nature.
You can't count subjectivity.
Yeah, you don't know what they're going to do.
So I'm going to take it out if that's okay.
Yeah.
I want to focus on, once you understand the numerical part, what Trey said is 100% correct. You can't measure subjectivity. You don't know how somebody's going to react. I rode my bike to work again today, against all common sense. It was slippery again today. But there I am on my bike, and there was some other idiot out there going the other direction. So you can't measure that. Like, how far do you have to push Earl until he won't ride his bike? FYI, I will always ride my bike. I don't care if it's a new guy, it's a tornado, or I'm going to sail if I have to. But you can't measure that. Like, there's always going to be an outlier or two in the data set. So you can't measure that. So I'd rather just remove that from the package. So let's remove the paying of the money. A, because I don't have any anyway. And B, because I probably couldn't bring it to class and pay you to play my game so they get arrested. So basically, 3 doors. There's a prize behind one of them. I think also there are 3 prizes, and sometimes like one is like a year full of belly button lint. That's behind one.
One's a zonk, one's a medium prize, and one's the highest.
Yeah, so zonk, high, and medium. We're gonna make 1 prize, and 2 zonks is nothing, right? I'm guessing.
Zonks is like
Zonks
a
is another.
silly
Something
thing.
Is that phrase from Monty, or is that something that Wayne?
I think that's something
It's from all over.
Is that from Monty? I don't remember that. Oh, that's funny.
It's like a donkey or something.
It's like something.
Oh, like a goat. There's a goat back there.
Or a
Right, okay.
guacamole jacuzzi.
So we're gonna have 2 zonks. We're gonna have 2 zonks, and we're gonna have 1 prize you won. Good. A jacuzzi full of what?
A guacamole was one of them.
A guacamole.
A guacamole jacuzzi.
A jacuzzi full of guacamole?
Yeah. And it was all
Who
edible
else thinks
too.
that's a really good idea? Holy hell, I call everybody I know, get your ass over here. Bring tequila. I think that's a great. Hey, you have to define what you mean by zonk. I don't know. I'm trying to do that. Everybody get what they want because I'm going to dive in. All right, so we got 3 doors, 1 prize. Here's the gist of the game. So, you pick a door. You pick a door, okay? What does Monty then do? Forget the cash, forget everything else. What does he do?
Shows you the other 2.
The other one.
Does he show you both of them?
Boy, it shows you.
Right off the bat, does he show you both of them?
No,
He shows you one, probably the zonk.
Yeah.
So he's going to show you a door with nothing behind it and say, here's, suppose Trey, pick a door, 1, 2, 3. 2. He picks door number 2. I'm going to show you door number 3 is empty. And then he offers Trey a choice. You can keep your door number 2, or you can switch to door number 1. You can also switch to door number 3. That'd be,
I thought that's what they
he
offered
showed
money
you
to.
door number 3 is empty, but door number 1's still closed.
Doesn't he offer you more money at that time?
We're taking the money out though. I'm trying to take the subjective persuasion out and just take on the mathematics. So taking all that out, which I can't measure anyway. So you picked 2, he opens 3, and he says, okay Trey, you got 2 doors now, right? So number 2 you picked, number 1 you didn't. You can keep door number 2, or free of charge, switch to door number 1. What would you do? Think about this. Don't just shout your answer out. What would you do if given that situation? Because you're about to do it.
I think go to door number 1 because statistically door number 2 is
No, subjectively, statistically, or
Yes.
Well, when you watch the show.
subjectively, statistically. Okay, I can't measure subjectivity. So, I am going to make sure I take the subjectiveness out. I'm going to generate a random number from 1 to 3 back here, so you can't see me. And I am going to place a dum-dum in behind that door. Behind that door. Alright? And I'm going to try to do it so you can't see what I'm doing. I've been told that I give nonverbal cues. So I'm going to try to... Okay, hang on. Use my random generator here. Hang on. So I want you to think of a strategy. One strategy, of course, is to just keep door number 2 in Trey's case. One strategy would be to door number 1. I heard somebody saying that. Switch to door number 1 because door number 2 is jinxed in some way. What's another strategy if you have a coin in your pocket?
Flip it.
50-50.
It's 50-50, so flip the coin. Let the coin tell you what to do. It's 50-50, right? Beautiful. So, let me just take a quick poll before. I want to actually collect some data on this. I'm going to shut the screen off. I want to collect some data on this. Who says stay with door number 2? There we go. Oh, wow, most of you. Who says switch to door number 1? Switch to 1? Trey says switch because he hates door number 2. Good. Who says it doesn't matter? And if you already voted for the first, you can re-vote if you want to. Okay, so that we lost about half of you. So about half of you said you're going to stay with 2. Half of you said it doesn't matter. And 1 in 20, 5% of you said we're going to switch. Is that just because you hate door number 2? Okay, all right. I can't measure that, but that's okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to, let's take our 5. Let's take 5, come back, and we'll start collecting data, and we'll see if our strategies pan out. Make sense? Yeah, we'll collect some data. That's the best thing to do before we analyze mathematically.